What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Casters Kicks. Once again, appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel as always. Look, I've been on a string of early reviews and that's not stopping today. I have another early review for y'all, and that is over the Air Jordan 5 Craft, which is set to come out June 17th for $210. So these are actually a couple months early, but still going to be doing a review for y'all. Of course, before we do jump into the video, I do want to give a quick shout out to my guys, Perfect Fit Kicks and Kamikaze Kicks on Instagram. If you need early pairs, if you need an early group to join, go hit them up. They will get you right, get you in the group if you need to be. But like I mentioned, if you need early pairs, they are the ones to go to. So, like I mentioned, I do have with me today the Air Jordan 5 Craft. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I first saw this shoe coming out a couple months ago and they announced it, I was like, that's a decent shoe. Y'all know I like unique shoes, so this was one of the ones that I had on my radar. But getting the shoe in hand, I'm on the fence about the shoe. And I think the biggest thing for me is like the material combination on the shoe. Now, I know, of course, they're crafting it together, but I just don't know how I feel about the material combination on here. But I will show y'all that as we get into the review. So let's go ahead and start off with the box and jumping in. So we have a special box with these, and this is a cool looking box. I'm not gonna lie, when I opened the shipping box and saw this, I was like, this is different. And I had forgot what early pair I had ordered, so I didn't know what shoe it was based off the box. But of course, when I opened it up, I knew what it was. But starting off at the top, we do have the Jordan Jumpman in that infrared red colorway, and then it does say Air Jordan Flight Club going around the circle. So that is on the top of the box. Of course, you do have that speckle pattern on the top as well. This is not a textured speckle pattern like we saw with the Air Jordan 4 Thunder box or just some of the other boxes that we've had. But no, this one's just a kind of a matte finish. No pop to it at all, but it is speckled. I mean, you do have that same speckle pattern going all the way around the box as well, so as you see there. And then I will show y'all the bottom of the box. That's what the bottom looks like. Alright, going to the label. The label reads Air Jordan 5 Retro SC Craft. The colorway is light Orwood brown, safety orange. This is a size 9 in men's. Like I mentioned, retail price is $210. Drop date is June 17th. Now, going to the inside of the box, you do have the gray on the top of the lid. And then if we jump to the paper, you do have just one paper in here, but it is that speckled paper. And that is all along the entire paper. And then if we go into the rest of the box, you do have more of the gray on the inside, and you do have the YDM sticker inside the box as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump to the shoe. So like I mentioned earlier, this is the Air Jordan 5 Craft. You give y'all that quick 360 on the shoe. So off just looking at the 360, what are y'all initial thoughts on the shoe? I'm very interested to see how people feel about these. Alright, so starting off with the outsole. So you do have the Jordan written out on the outsole there. You do have the icy blue under the toe and on the heel of the foot. And you do see the black Jordan Jumpman under the toe as well. And then going up to the midsole, you do have a mixture of colors. So we'll start at the front of the toe box. So you do have that, what is it, like a white color going around the front of the toe box. Let me see if my camera will focus. There we go. You do have a little bit of the gray coming up here as well. And then just continuing on, you do see the little piece of gray here with the speckle pattern in there. Visible air unit here as well. You do see part of the outsole coming up, the icy blue portion. That wraps around the shoe. Of course, the other side of the visible air unit. And then you do have the shark teeth here. With that white speckle pattern on the shoe as well. And then that just continues back towards the front of the white toe box. Now going to the upper of the shoe, it is comprised of two different materials. So you have a hairy suede, and then you have like a textured canvas type material. So at the front of the toe box, wrapping around, let me get the camera to focus. So around here, around the front of the toe box, you do have that hairy suede. And you can see the texture on it there. And then as you go towards the back, you have more of the hairy suede on the back of the shoe. So it does wrap around the back portion there. And then on the middle portions of the shoe, so all along here, around the laces, and then on the top of the toe box, you do have that textured canvas material. And hopefully the camera can pick it up, but as you do see, it does have that material on there. It just got that texture look to it. But like I mentioned, that wraps around the top of the toe box and then over around the middle portion of the shoe. That's on both sides. You do have that same pattern. Of course, you do see here the rubber mesh paneling. That's on both sides as well. And then on the back of the shoe, you do have the gray Jordan Jumpman logo. And then going to the laces, so you do have some more, I would say more of a lace with a pop with these. These are like a striped, kind of zebra type print. Or like a static maybe theme to this lace. But it is that gray, black, and white, or let me see, yeah, gray and white lace there. I don't believe these have any additional laces. I didn't see any yet. No additional laces, so just the laces that do come in this shoe. Of course, you do have the lace lock on here. It is that clear lace lock, and you have that gray, or the clear piece with the gray lace lock in there. The lace lock does have a, let me see, I think it's a white Jordan Jumpman on the lace lock. I can try to show y'all. See if it'll focus. Yeah, you can barely see. There it is right there. And then going to the tongue as well, the tongue does have that same textured material, textured canvas material, and it does have the safety orange Jordan Jumpman on the top as well. And then that is pretty much everything on the outside. You do have more of like a little plastic piece here around the laces, and that's on both sides of the shoe as well. Alright, so going to the inside of the shoe, and I'm gonna, let me just do this. So on the inside, you do have a safety orange tongue, or inside of the tongue with the Air Jordan tag right there in gray and white. And then you do have a gray sock liner wrapping around the shoe. Now going to the insole and shoe tree, so you do have a paper shoe tree, which you've been seeing with a lot of the Jordans recently, so no different here. And then on the insole, you do have a gray insole with the white Jordan Jumpman, and you do have the side sticker on there as well. Backside of the insole is black. So overall, that is the Air Jordan 5 Craft. I will share all the other shoes as well, so you get a quick view. No major differences in the two. But like I mentioned earlier, I think the biggest thing that I'm going to have to figure out on if I want this shoe is the material combination. Like the hairy suede and the textured canvas, in my opinion, I don't know if I like it together. It's a unique combination that I'm just not sure if I'm on board with yet. This is an interesting shoe. It is very unique. So I feel like not everybody's going to go for it. This will be a hit or miss for a lot of people, which is okay. That's how shoes are. You like what you like, which there's no problem with that. But I know for me, I'm going to have to decide if I really want this pair, if I end up passing on them. But luckily, we have a couple months before these release because they don't release until June. So there's plenty of time. But let me know how I feel about these. Is it a must cop? Is it a pass? What are your thoughts on the Air Jordan 5 Craft? I do have a couple more early reviews on the way. So of course, just waiting on those to get to me. Whenever I get them in, I will drop that video for y'all, of course. But as always, hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, on the notification bell so you can stay today when I post new content. Like I mentioned, should have more videos dropping in the next couple of days, so trying to stay consistent for y'all. But as always, hopefully y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Stay safe and stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.